All right, so we've been holding the ship steady here through 2 rounds. Round 3, it is moving day. It's time to try and move on up the leaderboard. If we can gain a couple of strokes here, just a few on the field, we will move up a huge amount on the leaderboard. So let's dive into it. Same tee set as the second round. Moving to pin 3, of course. And winds are very high out of the southwest, and everything moves on down to moderate. So if we can manage the wind, scoring should be there. That's kind of the formula for success. So let's try and take care of the wind. So we are on the lower side here of the very high winds, which is still to say 16 miles an hour. Like, don't get it twisted, still quite a bit. This is moderates, and it's uphill to the back. I'm still probably going to aim a little bit left side, just to be safe. But you might be able to take on the right-hand side, but the wind just kind of starts blowing you towards that bunker in the middle, and I wanted to be careful about it. So gonna be pretty tough from over here because you have to go driver off the deck if you want to have a chance. We've got really good lie here, actually. Now, you're talking like mid 270s, upper 280s. Okay. So this is going to cut through quite a bit. We'll take a little off. Just try and get this thing up onto the green. Here we go. All right, baby slowed it, but it's drifting back left. Moderate's going to land on the green. It's still going to release, but we're going to have an eagle putt. I'll absolutely take that. I will absolutely take that. Now, you've got quite a bit of break, and it's a little bit downhill, so this is going to be a tougher ask for us. Does this feel right? That's kind of the ultimate question here. Does this feel right? It feels low. And even that feels low. But it's so hard to know, like, you paint a picture in your mind, and then as soon as you hit the ball, very easy for that perception to change. Like, you see where it is a few feet into the break, and you're like, well, I read it low. But we're in there for a birdie, so I can't be too upset about it. Now, this one, I was going to say about do you try and, like, get it on and rolling, but I think you can actually still go for a fairly close approach shot. Solely, for the reason that you're playing like a 9-iron or something in here, maybe. Because this is going to carry 175, and then you're going to get a few miles, a few yards of wind. Let's get this 9-iron, see if we can stick it close. Baby slowed it, but it's drifting. We're on a great line here. Soft bounce. Hit the brakes. Beautiful. Absolutely what you want that to be. And we drive it home, and for the first time this week, we take a birdie on 2 to get to 2 under through 2. All right, wind at the back, downhill, downwind. I think if you play this on like a little bit of a fade here. I know it's gonna seem a little bit dangerous starting it out over the water. Maybe started a little too far left, but trying to get that moderate bounce. Take advantage of moderate fairways, play it with some loft and get it on the ground and rolling. See, now we can pay it off. We've got 122 yards into this. And with it being a downslope, having a wedge in hand here is definitely big for us. This should land a few yards further. I'm gonna try and get a little bit. I slowed it. All right, not a good input. Make it very tough on us to find a score here. All right, we've got the pitch of the green. Pushing the ball down and to the right here. Not a bad effort, but I'm disappointed in the approach shot. We give ourselves a wedge. You can't miss by that much. That's a real bad tempo. Is this... It's like 13-mile-an-hour wind. Let's just feel this out here. 307, 310. I think so long as we hit this tempo. The wind is moving in our face, though. Like, if it stays sideways, you're good. When it comes that much of a headwind, that really changes things. Whoops. I'm just trying to see. I mean, I think you're still... I guess the question is that green? I think that's still the green here, right? Or is that the slope down? That might be... Yeah, straight on. You might just barely be making it here. And this is where I don't know. Full backspin probably sits it, but does it cut the wind at all? That's a shame. If you get this sideways, you can actually make a run at this. I don't really want to sit here and try and wait out the wind. All right, hit it 103. Don't get too far to the left. My wife comes in And she's got the phone. She's like, can you mute it? I'm like, okay. And then she's like, okay, go. And my sister-in-law starts singing happy birthday. She's like, yeah, sorry, I forgot. I was like, it's okay, you got the right month. Only a week late. Alright, let's see if we can make this putt. Come on, keep going to the right. Oh, it's gonna go low. Alright, we'll take the bird. We'll take the bird. Obviously, we'd love to get an eagle out on these streets. But chipping away at birdies also is very good for the program, so. We're gonna need a lot of club for this, huh? 176, but then you got a 17-mile-an-hour wind. Put me at like 160. 5 yards past the hole. Maybe a little less. I feel like this is like, do only a baby shape here, because otherwise we could be in trouble. It's a good strike. Please be a good read. I'd say that's pretty good. 2 yards deep, but you keep the front edge out of play. I don't really know what this ball is doing at my feet, so that's always a good feeling. And then it banks at the hole. You've got to be kidding me, man. It's got to turn a little bit. I try to play that aggressive, but like I felt like I had to give up the cup, because if I don't give up the cup, in my head, I'm always missing it low then. All right. That hurts. Always hurts to have a real good shot and then not be able to pay it off. You want to talk about a tight windowed shot here. See how we can manage this pitch. Oh, that's way fast. That's short. I overshaped it. Wow. Overshaped it enough that even with the fast, it wasn't able to recover it. Alright, this is gonna kick to the left going up. In my head, it's going right back into the hole, right at the hole. No! Stop, man. Can I just make putts, please? Please and thank you. Can I just make putts? It's really killing the vibe around here. You know, it's not very enjoyable to hit really. Well, that wasn't a good one, but like, it's not a fun combo to be like, oh well, that was a good shot. We'll see if he can pay it off, and then also, oh, that was a bad shot. There's a pretty low likelihood that he's coming back from this. Like, I want to have a chance if I'm not close to the hole. Living this life of, well, 4 feet. He's outside of that, so we'll see. That's a little fast. That's going left. Because this whole thing banks around, yeah. Okay, because it's slower, it actually stays up. But we were low on that last one. I don't know. Just... Can you give a guy a break? Anybody got a set of eyes that they're willing to spare? Yeah, maybe you don't need them anymore. You want to donate them to a cause? Any takers? Anybody? No? Okay, that's fine. I'll just be out here struggling to read putts for the rest of my days. Pitching wedge, 18-mile-an-hour wind. I mean, you gotta hit this. I think if you hit this fairly flush, you're all over the hole. Oh, a little long. Should have played it stock. Would have rolled back just a little bit more. All right, we got a 10-footer. Touch a break at the start. It's less break at the end, so... We take one from 10 feet. That's what you like to see. And then we've got a straight on tailwind here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is bombs away. .102 absolutely piped it. Nearly 375 in the air. 403 total. That's a bomb. It's almost too much now. As stupid as that sounds. Full loft is 90. Can I just pull the stick straight back? Thank you, PlayStation controller. So 93, 95-ish. Let's give it the old... like 102, 103 landing. So 10 yards, 102, 103. So like here. Alright, this is just one of those ones where, in my experience, it has carried a little bit further, so... I'm just gonna be gentle with it. Push it a little bit too much. But that's spot on. That is spot on. Okay, so we come out with 6. We come out with 6 on the front. Admittedly, I'd like, 7 was realistic, 8 was, you can hope. We're gonna play this little fade here up against the wind. Full off, full backspin. We're actually a little bit more left than I would have liked to have landed, but because of the fairway firmness and our loft and spin, we're gonna be able to sit it. And then here, I think it sucks because of the amount of rollout you're gonna get. So we have to try and land it up in here with shape, try and use the backstop and hope that it holds this plateau. The other option is to short side yourself here and do a splash. I don't know if that's the play. 206, 191, 89. All right, this is going to be tight. This is going to be tight. We struck it. Ah, we're too far left. I didn't play enough loft on it either, so we'll have an uphiller here. Did end up actually biting despite that hill. So now we have to play this up on the bigger slope. It's a pretty good swing plane, it's just not gonna break enough. Alright, so we'll take another birdie on the par 5s, and I believe that is the last one. So now things will get a little bit tougher unless maybe we get any sort of like drivable par 4s. Gonna have to grind it out in the very high winds here. But 7 under through 10 holes in very high is like, I'm gonna take that every time, I think. You know, it's tough to know how it's playing for the field. You have to assume in very high winds that it's always going to be lower scoring, I think. At least that's the assumption that I kind of always live under. 158, but it probably is like 140 or so. With this being uphill and into wind, do you try and punch it? I feel like I know so little about the punch shot that this could be worse. $150. All right, this is for science, because we like science around here. Yeah? 7-iron punch into the wind. Okay, did not play the wind correctly, but that sure as heck was a good effort as far as distance goes. So if we get that a little bit more left, we have like a straightforward uphiller. Unfortunately, this is anything but. No comment. No comment. Front hole location, moderate. I think you just play this. I don't know, this I feel like you're playing to land it short and let it bleed on, which I know I normally don't like to. But I feel in order to get this shot, like I'd have to shape the pitching wedge more. Whereas if I take this gap wedge, that's the strike. That might be going a little bit more on the bounce than I wanted. thought it was going to land a little bit softer, but I could see as soon as it was flying that that was not the case. Turn! I got nothing. I really and truly got nothing. Uphill into wind. I think you can still... I guess you have to play a little shape. Somehow I clubbed down to the 3-wood and that worked out. I don't know how that happened. When I was cycling, it must have not reset the right way. Okay. A little bit on the peculiar side, but it works. So if we go 150... So you're trying to take off 21 yards. Should actually... might. Give it a little backspin. Come on, keep turning right. Keep turning right and get down. It's not bad. Like, we give ourselves chances. The problem is we just have, like, one of the worst conversion rates imaginable. Didn't turn at the start, which completely ruins the line. I'm expecting that to turn so hard, and we're just well through it. Ay, ay, ay. 220 or uphill, wind in a little. I mean, it'll run. I think the problem is 5-iron is gonna be a tough ask. So 4-iron. And then this has a little forward and right to it. That's a lovely shot. See, we put that one into our putting. That's in our putting range. That's in our putting range. 5 feet and in, you got it. Now, I would have liked for the wind to have stayed more tailing, but I don't think ultimately it's going to affect the hole too much. I mean, now it's rotating inward, so I guess we'll take what we had on the tee shot. 5-foot Slayer, what's going on, Drew? Yeah, man, give me 15, give me 5 feet, not 15. Give me 5, if you give me 15 feet, I can guarantee you I will miss probably 12 of them. Maybe 11 on a good day. Yo, what's going on, Kursky? Welcome back. 63s. This is close. This 8-iron is close. All right, we'll hit it fairly stock here. I hit that a little fast. That's gonna take some extra distance. Yeah. That's like one of those shots that if you hit it perfect to baby slow, you're in good shape. That fast goes with the wind, so. Tough scenes? We're trying, Kurt. We're trying, man. Like, we're striking the ball pretty well, but this whole tournament, I just can't putt. It's unfortunately just a zero confidence thing. But we'll get that putt. Get in there, Kurtski. Alright, baby's slow, but it should have enough moderate greens here, kick to the, or moderate fairways, kick to the right, slow down. Alright, so we got a short shot coming in, 61 yards, with a little bit of downhill as well. Now you could flop it and roll it, which I think is a bad idea. Think you gotta play some shape here. Good distance control. A little bit to the left, but that was spot on. Could feel that once it was getting close that we had the distance dialed up. Wind just took over a little bit early, or maybe the lie kept it left. Alright, so we get to double digits again. Double digits and very highs, I feel like, is gonna do well for us. So we got 2 holes left. Let's try and finish it out. Maybe steal some more scores. A little 9-iron here carries just a little bit further. Just a touch of legs. Lovely strike. I like the line. Be good. Be so good. I mean, you could have been a little bit better, like just a few more rotations, and yeah, we'll celebrate till the cows come home. But you know, I will take that. There's actually a world here where you might be able to drive the green, and I don't know if I live in that world. Do I? 317. 330, 10 are at the back. Yeah, it's the type of thing I think you could realistically land it somewhere close, but you're not getting it anywhere close once you're on the green, so just take a hybrid layup. Yeah, just one of those dumb holes where, sure, you could drive it the distance to be around the green, but to actually get it near that flag is not really happening. But now we take a look at this, and we've got a pitch in hand, and a pitch in hand is worth 2 in the bush, I think. I like that. Fight. 101 fast takes us a little long. A little bit long, but not a lot in it. All right, that's a strong finish. We had a 3-par train, but we go 5 birdies straight to finish the round out, and I believe that makes it back-to-back 12 spots. And I would say that the 12 on round 3 here is probably better overall, although I'm seeing scoring quite a bit here on these scores. So ultimately, it's just the putter that's kind of leaving us those few strokes behind. You know, drop a few putts and suddenly we're talking top 10, but, you know, here we are. We're fighting. We're doing our best, taking ourselves as far as ball striking will, but we'll see. Maybe the putter will come alive in round 4 tomorrow?